All right, let's get right into it. We are about to break down the exact, repeatable playbook one founder used to build software companies that absolutely print money. And I'm not talking about some one-time lucky shot. This is a real blueprint for success. So here's the question that really gets you thinking, right? How does one founder, just one guy, build not one, but 4 separate software apps to over $100,000 a month each? It's kind of insane. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack. Okay, first, let's just look at the big flashy number. We're talking $700,000 a month. That's in monthly recurring revenue, or MRR. I mean, that's predictable income coming in every single month. And what's wild is that it's still growing, like 20% every month. Just incredible. And here's the kicker. That 700 grand isn't from one single home run. Nope, it's a whole portfolio of apps. You've got Revit.ai, his AI video creator. That's the big one, pulling in around $400K a month. Then there's Outrank, an SEO tool, doing another $200K. And even his smaller projects are hitting $10,000, $13,000 a month. You'll see why this whole portfolio thing is so important later on.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff, what he calls the builder's biggest mistake.
And this quote from Tibo just hits the nail on the head. He says, "The one thing builders don't do is the one thing that's hard for them, and that's talking to people." You know, a lot of people who are brilliant at building software are also, well, kind of shy. So his whole philosophy isn't about coding better. It's about forcing yourself to do that uncomfortable work of actually communicating with your users. The whole playbook we're about to walk through, it's all built on this one simple, powerful idea. So let's break it down. Part 1 of the playbook is all about finding stickiness. Okay, so this first phase is all about 2 things, speed and people. Step 1. You have to build fast, like days or weeks, not months. Use no-code, use templates, whatever it takes. You have to accept that most of your ideas are probably going to fail, like 90% of them. So you need to fail fast. Then step 2, you find just 5 to 10 people who are your perfect users. Not your friends, not your family, people with the actual problem. And then steps 3 and 4 are where the magic happens. You build a real relationship with them. You're talking to them every single day to figure out what they're actually doing and where it hurts. Now, for that whole talk to them every day thing, Tibo has this amazing little trick. It's like his secret weapon. Check this out. Until his app hits $10,000 a month in revenue, every single support or help button goes straight to his Twitter DMs. Can you imagine? It forces him to have those conversations. It creates this constant fire hose of feedback, and you better believe it builds some ridiculously loyal early customers. All right, next up, we're going even deeper. Step 5 is about thinking bigger. It's not just what problem can I solve, it's what is their ultimate goal? How can you give them 10 times or even 100 times more value? And then step 6 is honestly non-negotiable. You have to use your own product. You have to feel the same pain your users feel. If some little thing bugs you, you can bet it's driving them crazy. And finally, steps 7 and 8 are all about just grinding it out. Keep talking, keep fixing, and whatever you do, do not try to grow big until people are sticking around. Retention is everything. So how do you even know when you've got that stickiness? Well, here's a weird one for you. You know you're onto something when people start complaining. I know it sounds crazy, right? But think about it. If someone takes the time to complain, it means they care. They're invested. They actually want your product to be better so they can keep using it. Silence is way scarier than complaint. Okay, so you've done the hard work. You've got a product that a small group of people absolutely loves. Now, and only now, do you get to move on to part 2, scaling growth. So now the game changes. It's not about building the product anymore, it's about distribution. Step 9, you throw a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Launch on Product Hunt, tweet about your progress, do whatever you can. Step 10, you become a media company. Seriously, you start cranking out content, case studies, testimonials, anything that proves your value. Then, for the long haul, step 11 is about finding those big, boring, but reliable channels, SEO, ads, and affiliates. And then the final step, step 12, might be the most important. You have to be absolutely ruthless. Find the 1 or 2 channels that are actually driving results and just double, triple, quadruple down on them. Kill everything else. And listen, this isn't just some theory he made up. Take Outrank, for example. Tibo got it to $20,000 a month, mostly by just talking about it on Twitter, building in public. But to make the jump from $20K to $200K a month, that took step 11. That's when they had to get serious, hire an SEO person, start paying for ads, and build a proper affiliate program. That's the difference between a cool project and a real business.
So that's the 12-step plan. That's the how. But there's a bigger why behind all of this, which brings us to his final piece of advice, the portfolio strategy.
So you might be wondering, why not just focus on the big one? Why build all these different products? And his answer is pretty surprising. He says it's driven by fear. I mean, think about it. We live in a world where some big tech company could release a new feature tomorrow and just wipe out your entire business. A single product is a huge risk. It's a single point of failure. But a portfolio, that's resilience. If one app gets hit by a market change or a new AI model, he's still got 4 others keeping the lights on. It's about protecting yourself.
So after all that, what's the big takeaway? If you're going to remember anything from this, remember these 2 things. Rule number 1, you have to maintain a constant daily line of communication with your users. No excuses. Rule number 2, be a user of your own product. You need to become the world's leading expert on the problem you're solving. Honestly, if you just do those 2 things, everything else we talked about will start to fall into place. So there you have it. That's the playbook, the exact system that built a $700,000 a month portfolio. So the only real question left is for you. What's that one conversation with a user that you've been avoiding? You know the one I'm talking about, the one that feels a little awkward or uncomfortable. Because if this playbook teaches us anything, it's that that's exactly where you need to begin.